Right, good morning guys, so my name's Chris and I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and recently I moved part of eBay out of my house to my shed. Now this video is just going to go over the costings in case anybody's actually considering making that move or doing whatever. I'm going to tell you exactly where I bought the products and how you can get the best out of them and things like that, or how I've learned now, because I've been in the shed now for about 2 to 3 weeks, give or take. It's been up and it's been usable for 2 weeks. It's been up for 3 weeks, it's been usable for 2 of them. Just over, I think it's like day 16. So, first things first, guys, the reason I moved it out was we've got a 3-bedroom house, and the way we was running eBay in our household was our daughter had one room, we had another, and then all the new stock and all the stuff that we regularly just use for photoing. So like I got some mannequins back there, as you can see. We obviously had photo lights. We've got cleaning material for everything, so like a boot cleaner, trainer cleaner, baby wipes, all that sort of stuff that was kind of kept separate. And the idea was, if the babies need a baby wipe and we haven't got any, we'd go get them, but we always had some separate that I paid for out of my business account, because it was something that was used for the business. So we would occasionally use them personally if we was caught short, but that stuff was kept in that spare room. Kirsty got pregnant, we had little baby Romeo, we had him in our room for 6 months, and then we sort of went, you know what, it's a nightmare with bringing stuff in. If you guys have seen some of my videos, you've seen the bulk amounts that we bring in, so we need to move things around. So anyway, we went, right, we'll build a shed. I asked my uncle, because he's really good at that. He was sort of pricing it up at his own pace, I might add, but he was looking at wood and all that, and he was coming in very, very expensive. One day he was at an auction, looking through eBay, found this shed, which is metal, all the way around. Now, the costing of this shed was £395. A tip for anything on eBay: if you want to buy it, watch it and don't buy it for a week, because I guarantee you'll get sent an offer. I got sent an offer £349, and I'd literally budgeted to buy it Tuesday. They sent me the offer Friday. I messaged, how many have you got in stock? Can you will it be in stock on Tuesday? That's when eBay pays you. That's when I will have the budget there to buy it, because you've got to, if you're going to do this full time, guys, you've got to learn to budget. So yeah, bought it, £349. They had to resend me the offer, but I got it £349. Took me and my uncle 2 days to throw up, to get like 100% boxed off with all the flooring, all the walls, all everything. We then had to buy some wood for the floor, because for that price, I don't know if you can see at the end there, it's got wooden flooring. It doesn't come for flooring. What I'm going to do, guys, as well, is I've got a calculator with me, so I'm going to tot it all up. So the day that we did the shed itself, we bought a bit of timber. That came in at £80. Okay, so we did £80 worth of timber. I think it was like £81.49 or something, but we're going to do £80 on that. And then I had to get the boards, which came in at, I believe it was £120. Yeah, it was £120. So then my uncle obviously dealt with all that. Now, just to highlight, it took us 2 days to get it all up. That's 2 of us. And it took my uncle a day to do the flooring, of which I did not help. I went to a party, actually. So, bit of poor cameramanship there. No, I went to a party, actually, so I did not help. We then got the vinyl. I went Facebook Marketplace, picked some up for 30 quid. I then also had to get some stuff to stick it down with. That was £12. Really hitting the big numbers. I'm not going to include the cost of my packing material, but that would be the volume that we use. That is filled with bubble wrap all the way back across and one over. Not going to include the costings of that. What I will include the costings of, though, is these 2 filing cabinets. Again, another Facebook Marketplace pickup, £20, £10 each. They cost me. That desk, I had it lying around. If you want one, I'm not going to include it. If you want one, I actually bought it for £60 new. My chair that I'm sat on is was a gift. I actually believe it was from my uncle, went out for my 13th birthday. So probably back then cost about £10.50, because prices were different back then. Anyway, we've now got storage boxes all across the back. So that's all Kirsty's Vinted. And I've got 5 there, which I'm currently using to store my clothes in. Now those boxes, just for Kirsty's, came in at a price of £200. I paid £400, I got 40 boxes, Kirsty has 20. No, so there's 20 in here total. So that price would be 200. Now I would say on that, again, that was Facebook Marketplace. I had to pay a delivery cost. It worked out £7.50 per box with delivery. If you're willing to go pick them up, or you got a local seller, you will get them cheaper, because he said he'd do them for £5 a box, but if I wanted them delivered, I think he was like 250 miles away. He was like, it's £7.50 a box or something, and I was like, yep, that's fine. You do that delivery, because it's cheaper than me doing fuel. The racking and the lights, actually, which we've got most of them turned off. I'm actually operating off one light to save the batteries. All that lighting came in at £55, and the racking, bear in mind that's half of it. The other half is currently in my loft, so I racked in here and my loft for a total of £205. So that would be £102.50 for that. I believe that's everything that I've put into it. I mean, if you guys want to look at stock and things like that, I would not recommend moving into a shed till you've got enough stock and you need it out of your house. I wouldn't start in the shed, because if you was, so the cost of the expansion, the shed, I should highlight, I also had to get my decking fixed, which I will include, which I have a friend who owed me a bit of money. He did the work, I paid for the decking. That came in at another £37 for the one decking board that needed replacing, and screws and things like that. Well, no, he did 3 decking boards. One needed it and 2 would have. He was concerned about the weight on top with the shed, so I just replaced them. So my total that this actually cost me to get out here, guys, was £1,005.50. Now, the reason why I would say, for anybody who's thinking about doing it, don't do it till A, you have to, until B, you can budget. As you guys see my, hopefully, if you subscribe, you see my videos, there's many weeks where the income is above £1,000. This took around 6 weeks to get finished, because I had to budget each and every week. And you do not want to just throw £1,000 at something like this. In my opinion, I didn't do it. I won't recommend doing it. And if you was just thinking about starting this full time and you went, oh, I've got £5 in the bank, don't have 1/5 of your budget racked up in here. If you're going to look in here, I've got those Gundam kits. They're wholesale. They sent me back best part of £200. I've got all that Warhammer, plus a load more Warhammer over there. That all sent me back £260. All my vacuum pieces, I've got a load of vacuums the other side of this racking, because this racking's pulled this way, so when I buy my big bulky stuff, because I go through a lot of vacuums, a lot of golf clubs, a lot of things like that, I can store it around the back and it's out the way. All that came in at £320, spend more than £2.50 per item. I don't know if you can see the size of those boxes. They are 120 to 150 litre boxes. The bottom ones I think are 120, and then as you go up it goes up to 150. They are full. Some of those boxes have got 40, 50, 60 items in. That's £2.50 a time. So I would not consider expanding your business till you're in that sort of position. You know, the last time I went and bought all my packing material, which is the bubble wrap and stuff like that, I spent 220, spent 230, it's 228 something, and I just said, yeah, £230 cash. Quite often that works both ways. If my order comes in, like, say, if it was £7.50, most of the time you'd say call it a £5. As a result of that, if it's £7.65, most of the time I say it is a tenner. It's never that low of a number, but that'd be like the rough figure for you guys to get with that. But anyway, I'm just babbling on at this point. But yeah, guys, that's how much the actual expansion, getting eBay out my house and into here. So now the only bit of my house eBay occupies is the garage and the loft. To get to that position cost me just over £1,000. I had the number. What a rookie mistake. I've put my phone somewhere. Unbelievable. I thought I was done with the figures. Edit that out, Chris. Future Chris that's edited that out as well. So, roughly to get eBay out of my house and into here, bearing in mind it's still in my loft and it's still in my garage, my cost to do that was £1,005.50. I don't think that overall is too bad. I'm pretty sure that you could spend that on a shed, let alone racking it, boxing it, and getting all the little bits you need. But anyway, guys, if you like what you saw, do me a favour, drop a like on the video. You will see videos every week if you subscribe of my sales where I get out and I physically buy the stock. You will see ones of me physically selling the stock, only through eBay, but I'll show you what's sold. And I tell you what, if you watch those videos, it'll help you a lot more than seeing what I buy, because not everything I buy sells, but everything I sell is sold. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So, roughly to get eBay out of my house and into here, bearing in mind it's still in my loft and it's still in my garage, my cost to do that was £1,005.50. I don't think that overall is too bad. I'm pretty sure that you could spend that on a shed, let alone racking it, boxing it, and getting all the little bits you need. But anyway, guys, if you like what you saw, do me a favour, drop a like on the video. You will see videos every week if you subscribe of my sales where I get out and I physically buy the stock. You will see ones of me physically selling the stock, only through eBay, but I'll show you what's sold. And I tell you what, if you watch those videos, it'll help you a lot more than seeing what I buy, because not everything I buy sells, but everything I sell is sold. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.